Hey there, tech fans. Today I've got the brand new DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro camera. And this product just arrived a few minutes ago, so I haven't had a chance to even open the box and look inside. But I thought to myself, let me wait and do the unboxing on camera so we can enjoy that part together, and then you'll understand exactly what's included with the kit. Now, DJI offers the Osmo Action 5 Pro in several different bundles. You can find the camera on its own, or you can find bundles that include additional accessories. Now, I have the Adventure Bundle in front of me, and the reason I like the Adventure Bundle is because it includes the things that I'm gonna need once I start using the camera. For example, if I'm out in the field recording, the first thing I'm gonna want is a second battery. And when I get that second battery, how do I charge it? Well, now I need a charging case where I can charge multiple batteries at the same time. Maybe I need a selfie stick. I've got a bunch, but I want another one that I can use with the camera. Maybe I want an extra mount. So with the Adventure Bundle, you get all that and then some, and I'll show you all that when I get into the unboxing. But the reason I'm really excited about the Action 5 Pro is because DJI is one of those companies that are constantly innovating their technologies, and they're always thinking about what can we improve on the next generation. Now, I have the Osmo Action 4, I use it all the time, but the 5 Pro has got some features inside that I think you're going to find really interesting. Starting with the image quality, because the whole reason you're using an action camera is to capture some incredibly good video and take some amazing pictures out in the field, and they've upgraded the imaging quality. So the sensor size is exactly the same. It's a 1/1.3, but it's an improved sensor, which means it's got better resolution on the front, but more importantly, the image processing system inside that takes the information from the sensor and develops that video you're recording or the picture you're taking has been improved as well. So you've got wonderful HDR functionality, you've got better low light performance. It seems to be just a way better camera, which is what I'm looking for if I'm going to upgrade my action camera. Another thing they did was improve the recording time. Now, I can't get past this. This camera on a fully charged battery can record up to 4 hours. That's unheard of in an action camera, which means I'm swapping batteries less often, and I'm less worried about, gee, I'm going to run out of battery power when I'm out in the field. Now, I'm going to test all of this to make sure that it's true. They've also improved both screens. They're now OLEDs as opposed to LCDs, so they're better imaging, better, crisper screens, and when you get a little older like me, it's always great to have a crisper screen because I can see exactly what's going on, so I'll test that as well. They've built in one of my favorite features on this is they've built in internal storage, which I don't know why action cameras didn't have internal storage before. Drones have it, and of course you throw an SD card in there and you got plenty of storage, but every now and then I'll pop the SD card out to transfer files. When I head out the next day, I forgot to bring the SD card along. This one has internal memory, so it gives you a little bit of storage inside the unit that can actually hang on to it. It's 47 gigabytes of internal storage, which is pretty good because I use a 64 gig card most days. So this way, I'm not going to rely on it, but the fact that it's got internal storage makes it pretty cool. And then one of the last things I want to mention is the fact that DJI for quite a while now has been experimenting with what I'll call artificial intelligence features on their drones and their cameras. Now they've had a Rocksteady in this, which gives you great image stabilization. Even though it's electronic image stabilization, it does a phenomenal job of keeping that image rock solid even when you're moving around. They've also had Horizon Steady, which means it's going to kind of keep that, well, not kind of, it's going to absolutely keep that horizon level, and that's important. If you're out in the field and you're holding the camera and you start getting janky with your hand, you want to make sure that it stays level. Well, this one has a horizontal adjustment of up to 360 degrees, which I can't wait to test that, to spin that camera around to see if it can actually hang onto the horizon through most of that travel. So I'm going to test all of these things, but for today, what I want to do, because you can tell I can't wait to get this camera in my hands, I want to get this box open, see what's inside, charge up the camera, get out in the field, and start testing it out there, testing all these features to see what the image stabilization looks like, how's the horizon steady work, do I get great low light performance out of it, and all the things that I've mentioned up till now. So let me get inside this box. Boy, am I excited. All right, so there's one flap up top here, and there's a peel off thing. I'll just use my slice to open it up here. All right, that's open. So great job of the packaging. It's small, it's compact, typical white box from DJI, really nice picture on the front, a bunch of specifications and features on the back. All right, so let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, so there's 2 boxes inside, so let me slide those out. What else is in there? Oh, the selfie stick's in there. Anything else? No, that's it. Okay, so I got 2 boxes and a selfie stick. Let me just put this over here. That's probably going to fall over, but that'll be okay. So again, a selfie stick is pretty common. Now, anybody that's used a DJI action camera knows that they use the standard 3-finger mount that you can use on all your GoPros and a lot of other action cameras. And sure enough, the selfie stick has got that right on the bottom. So you can use this to actually use it with the GoPro. You can use it with this one. You can use it with anything. All right, so I'm not going to try and bend this, but I imagine this just unhooks. There we go. It doesn't actually unhook. Rick, you should have known that. The Osmo Action 4 is the same. I thought I'd twist it and pull it out. You just pull it out. But whoa, look at how long that selfie stick is. Boy, that's got to be, I'm going to say that's 4 feet, maybe 5 feet. I don't know. I can stand up and test it. But that's really nice, and it's got a friction fit to it, so I can put it at a various angle. I got beautiful, hey, how you doing there? I got my camera facing me, so that's pretty cool. So there's the selfie stick. Now I got 2 boxes. One of them is accessories, and the other one is the camera. Let me save that till the end. Let's get into the accessories. All right, so again, this is the adventure combo, which should have a bunch of really cool stuff in there. All right, we don't need this box. What do we got here? Some information about the Light Cut, which is an application you can use to actually edit your videos. So scan that with your phone. You can download that. This is going to be the battery charging case. Yes, it is. Nice and thin. Look at that. On the one end, you've got a USB-C connection right there. It'll hold up to 3 batteries. Those batteries will charge together, so you plug this into a charger. I'd recommend always at least a 35-watt charger. Typically 65 or 140 is even better. It's not going to overrun the current. You can plug it into a bigger charger, but it allows it to charge a lot faster. I'll have to test this, but I'm assuming because it's USB-C that it's also fast charging, probably PD standard, and I'll test all that and see. But it holds 3 batteries. It'll let you know that the batteries are hungry right now. They haven't been fed in a while. And that's typical when you get a new battery on a product. They don't charge it fully, so charge that before you use the camera. All right, here's a little packet full of manuals. I love that they print manuals. A lot of companies don't. They give you a QR code you got to scan to get to the manuals. So what do we got in here? We got a DJI, looks like a wipe cloth or a bag, and a couple of manuals. So read through those. I know it's a boring exercise. I say this every time because all of us are incredibly smart, but and a lot of this is intuitive, but the manuals have information in there that really explain a lot about the product, and you're probably going to miss things. So read through the manuals to make sure you get the best value out of the product. All right, so included is a short, boy, they sure made a short cable. This is probably a 2-footer. It's USB-C to USB-C. You can use that to charge the batteries by just plugging it into a USB wall charger. I don't see a charger, which is pretty common practice nowadays for most technologies. The companies feel like you've got a charger, just use the charge you have with the product, and they can save on weight and cost and a few other things. You know, if you need a charger, there's a lot of companies out there that make chargers. Hint, hint, you can take it from there. All right, and then I've got a 3-finger mount right here, which seems impossible to get out of the bag. So here I am embarrassing myself trying to get a bag open here. Just going to rip the bag. There we go. So 3-finger mount. Now, one of the unique things about the DJI product, which again was an innovation on 2 models ago, now everybody's got it, is sort of a magnet mount with 2 clips on either side, so the camera can clip right on there using the housing of the camera. You can also flip it into vertical mode if you're shooting TikTok videos or something else. But there's the 3-finger mount, goes right on the top of the selfie stick, or any other mount you want to use. Now let's look at the camera. This is really my favorite part. Oh, there's more stuff in here. Oh, desiccant. Get rid of these desiccants. Don't leave them laying around. They look like candy packets. If you have young kids in the house, they're going to eat it. Don't leave this around. You want to make sure you get rid of it. Or if you save them, put them in a Ziploc bag, put them up someplace high over your refrigerator, because if you collect a bunch of these in a Ziploc bag and you ever drop your phone in water or any electronics in water, you can throw it in the bag. These really take up all that moisture and they can save you from a lot of headaches with technology, but don't leave them laying around. All right, so let's see here. This is the case. Let me open this up. Again, these are, you think this is like a really difficult thing to open, and it shouldn't be. All right, I'm going to rip it again. Sorry. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, and I could put my glasses on, but I'm way too vain for that. So let me get this. Boy, this is really, they're making these cases. I should save this bag. It's high performance. All right, here we go. Oh, more bags. Great. Great. All right, so here's the case. Slips on the camera. I like the fact that they give you a cage because it's a rock-solid cage. Even though the camera's incredibly resilient, having a cage like this just gives you an easy way to mount it. And I got to mention the mount. So on the side, there you go. Magnetically, it clips on like that. You've got your vertical. And again, the camera itself can directly clip on to the camera. So there's the mount. There's the cage. What else have we got? Of course, we've got a bolt here you can use. Oh, 2 bolts. That's really nice. So these 2 bolts will work with this. And you can put the mount in there and then clip it on. You've got a spare bolt right there. What else have we got? Looks like another mount. Well, that's kind of cool. This one's a little easier to get out, hopefully. Any second now, Rick. We're waiting. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I should bring a knife with me and open these on the ends. All right, so here we go. Looks like a helmet mount and another shorter mount. So that's really nice. So you get a long mount and a shorter mount. And you get a mount for your helmet. And what's different about this, and these are pretty common out there, is you've got a sticky surface here, but it's got a bit of a curve to it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a curve because helmets obviously have a curve, and if you have a flat mount, it's going to stick on the side and it won't actually adhere well. So having a curve like that, pop it on the side and you're good to go. And there's a couple more stickers there. All right, let's get to the camera. That's why we're all here, right? I mean, this is all cool, but this is really it. All right, here comes the camera. Get ready. Oh, boy. Oh, man, this is nice. This is the Action 5. Now, again, it looks an awful lot like the Osmo Action 4, but the improvements aren't necessarily in the outside, they're on the inside. And that's what you should care about, because the reason you have a camera like this, again, is to capture some incredibly good video during the day and in those twilight hours at golden hour, which is difficult to do with a lot of action cameras. So the fact that I've got better HDR, I've got better low light performance because of the improved sensor and the imaging system is really what it's all about. Nice camera. All right, so let me show you what the Action 4 looks like just to compare the two. So there's the Action 4, there's the Action 5. Again, very similar. A couple other features I didn't mention that I'm going to get into when I do a deeper dive on this is that you can actually connect two of the DJI Mic 2s to this at the same time over Bluetooth. Now that's nice because if you have two microphones and you're doing an interview or you're with a buddy out there skiing, both of those mics will be picked up. You don't need to use an external receiver. You can actually Bluetooth right to the camera. So it gives you, in a lot of ways, a really great vlogging setup, either solo or with people, where you can go out in the field, you've got the microphone on your lapel, it connects directly Bluetooth, you don't have to bring anything else with you, there's no cables involved, and you've got that great audio from the unit. It also has internal microphones you can use. One other thing I didn't mention, again, I'm trying to get through some of the features. Another improvement that they built into it, which will matter to some people that hike and go up in elevation or people that dive with it, is there's a barometer built in. I think they call it a pressure sensor, but it'll give you your depth when you're underwater. It'll give you your elevation when you're climbing. And that barometer will sense exactly the barometric pressure of where you are and put that in the video. So it gives you some additional information there. And that's pretty much it. So that's what you get in the Adventure Kit. Now again, I'm going to do a much more detailed review on the features, functions. I'll do some sample footage so you can see what that looks like. But for today, I just wanted to get it out of the box so I can charge this guy, charge these batteries up, get out in the field and start playing around with it. But again, DJI is one of those companies that constantly surprises me. So I'm sure I'm going to be delighted with this once I get testing it. But if you're looking for an action camera, I mean, DJI is really, in a lot of ways, out in front of the competition with the brand new Osmo Action 5 Pro. And that's all I really had for today. So hopefully you enjoyed the review.